All right. Yo guys, it's the kid, 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 it's the kid. Guys, just to warn you beforehand, this is going to be a celebratory hangout for the first half. The celebrations have been going deep into the morning, and they will continue in this hangout. Those who are against such celebrations, I advise you to press stop and wait for my pre-match analysis vids instead. I think that will be much more of your case. So again, I apologize in advance, but in this hangout, we are going to be mocking Pep slightly.
Oh, come on.
So this is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to take it in turns to talk about Pep and how he destroyed football and so forth. And we're going to have fun. You know what? It's going to be a real fun hangout. I'm really looking forward to it because I want us to feel loose, to feel happy. If you've got any champagne or wine, open it now, please. Open the champagne now. Champagne hour has officially begun. And obviously, we will then talk. I wanted to also talk about Dembele. And I want to talk about Dembele and Mbappé. You know, just talk about both of them because I just had a revelation about the young player, and we're going to touch and we're going to do a massive Champions League preview. You know, look, because remember this is the last round of Champions League, and there are a few things to settle. So let's start off with this right now. Before we go into the big Chelsea game and the big Chelsea Man City game, who really believes Liverpool will win the league?
I do.
Apart from Juju, man, who thinks Liverpool?
I do. Red. I do.
Okay, so Red, why do you think Liverpool can win the league when you know that how good City are and how good their squad is?
Well, I just like City has a good squad. So does Liverpool. They still have a dangerous
As good as
front
City's?
three. Not as good as City's, but they don't have to be as good as City's to win the league. They just have to be clutch and show up. And they've been doing that game in, game out for the whole season. Still unbeaten in the league. A few unfortunate games in the Champions League, but they haven't really lost convincingly yet for me to really believe that Liverpool are an inferior team. I feel like they just have their starting 11 is just as much quality in it as City's do. City's very overrated. Like, let's just be honest. This is the perfect time to talk about it. They're overrated. We really come on. Pep showed up with 4 wingers and 0 strikers.
Okay. Wait, Red. Let's just go deeper here. De Bruyne is still injured. Aguero was injured. And let's be real here. As good as Chelsea were excellent, especially in the second half. If Aguero and De Bruyne play, City win that game.
Yeah.
So let's just be real there. I want to go to Da here. So Da here, I need honesty from you.
Yep.
Because I know that you're one of the most honest people and intelligent guys out there. Honestly, do you believe that this is the turning point in the season and it's advantage Liverpool now and they can actually go ahead and actually win the league and set the tone to January 3rd?
You know what? I have to be honest here. Even though we're a point ahead of City right now, I don't think that we have an advantage by any stretch of the imagination because let's just face it, it's only a point. There's still 22 more games left to be played, so we just have to take it one at a time. But the good thing is at least we are in a title race, and many doubters now at least see that this team is capable of challenging Man City. But as for favourites, that still belongs to City, to be fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's deal with the Pep. I'm going to leave Pep to one side, but I just want to give people their quick roundup of how they saw the game. So I'm going to start with Lan Simmons. So what was your general assessment of the chain snatching of Pep and Chelsea beating Man City 2-0? General thoughts?
Pep is a bald fraud, okay? No, but nothing against bald people. No, nothing against bald people. But
I'm bald, by the way.
I think they've been. I don't know if it's fair to say that because City missed Aguero and De Bruyne, Chelsea won, because City have been without De Bruyne for 80% of the season and they didn't miss a beat.
True.
And while Aguero was missing, he had a 60+ million pound striker on the bench. He's Brazil's number 1 striker. it was his choice not to go with him. So
Crazy.
you have an excellent young striker. I know he's being slated, but whatever. I still rate him. On the bench, you decide to go with who did he play up front? I already forgot.
Sterling.
Oh no. So it was Sane, Sterling, and basically no. It was a false nine. So
it was
they
a
didn't
false
really have a
nine.
recognized
Yeah,
striker.
it was
Yeah,
his
both
choice.
teams
So it
played.
was a tactical decision to leave him on the bench. So. And
I've been saying
I thought in the first half they were actually pretty damn good, but in the second half, I mean, attacking wise, they couldn't string two passes together. So
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
they did have an off day.
I've been
All
saying
right. Okay. Red. Your thoughts on the Chelsea hit again?
Sorry. So basically, Pep showed up with no striker. Has Gabriel Jesus on the he was on the bench, right?
Yeah, he was on the bench.
Yeah.
Why would you play without a striker? Second, why do you have four? Like, I get it, it works against the smaller teams, but Chelsea's in a small team. They were easily able to break that press that they had with one or two passes. Of course, the main man Hazard shows up with 2 assists against City.
Yes,
2 assists.
Stats Merchants, what's up?
Yeah, 2 assists. Let's talk assists. He got 2 assists on that field. Where was that City team with Raheem Sterling, 15 goals? Nobody was there. Hazard showed up with 2 assists. End of story. 2-0. Pep Shane didn't just get snatched. Sarri took his sneakers too, robbed him completely, sent him home crying.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Rahimski. Yeah, assessment on the game.
Pep is still the best manager in the league, still has the best team in the league. But you have to give Klopp one thing. I mean, you have to give Sarri one thing. He was down and out, and he came clutch when it mattered the most. And I think Chelsea fans are slating Sarri too much. Like, you have to give this guy a little more time to stamp authority on the team. I know it's there's a lot of noise around Sarri and his football and how ineffective it can be, and there's noise around Conte and Hazard. But if you have the right guys around them, and if they're on form, they can honestly win the league. Not
Also,
this
keep
season.
in mind,
Not this season, but coming season.
Can I say
keep
something?
in mind, this isn't his team. Like, he's had one window. He brought in a goalkeeper, a player on loan, and Jorginho is finding his feet. So
Okay. All right.
Can I say something?
Muntai, is your mic working there, bro?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. All right, Chelsea City, give us a quick roundup. Make it.
Obviously, yeah, like Chelsea was like Sarri. Come on, like he was the main reason. And with Hazard performance and David Luiz ball playing ability, wow. And they impressed me a lot. I didn't expect this kind of win from Chelsea, to be honest. So yeah, from last season we saw like Liverpool was the one who is just like snatched the chain of Pep. This season it's Sarri as well. So it's going to be a tough time for City.
All right, man, Daniel, chill, man. I'm coming to you, bro. Kadeem, is your mic working? I heard you snoring, bro. Okay, I think he is sleeping. Juju, man, give us your assessment on Chelsea City, bro. Make it brief.
All right. Well, what's his name? Sarri did a good job, and for Pep, it wasn't bad. I mean, first half Fernandinho was amazing. It was.
My mic's not.
But it was. Well, it was. What is it called? It was. I'll give credit to Sarri, and Pep was outcoached the second half. So it's up to Pep. Pep. The fact that he did start with a striker, and the second half he was just outcoached. The team didn't play bad because first half it was amazing by City.
So why was there a lack of a reaction in the second half, being 1-0 down?
I think he's Pep. I think Pep has a bad habit of overthinking during big ties, where he changes up instead of just playing a striker, plays simple. He tries experiments during big games, and with the response, I'm not sure. I mean, Mahrez was supposed to be the guy to do something, but I mean, he didn't. I don't think he showed up that second half. He didn't take charge. So I mean, Raheem Sterling was doing the most.
Yeah.
And Jesus was trying, but Mahrez was nowhere. Bernardo was trying. Mahrez again. I mean, he was brought to add something, but I don't know. I don't know what he's doing.
Okay. All right. Kadeem, quick assessment. Make it brief. Chelsea City. Your quick thoughts on the game.
I didn't see the game.
Okay.
And nevertheless, I was not surprised about the result. because it's at away, and Pep always has issues away. And Chelsea is also like a really strong team at home, and Sarri is a good coach. So overall, I was not surprised, and I still think that City will be difficult to challenge overall. And yeah, that's about it.
Forward. Make it brief. And I know you want to talk for about 5 hours, but please make it brief.
Look, I'll be honest. I wanted to come on and just slander Pep and City and just berate Mane, but obviously he bottled the Hangout, so I expect all the viewers to kindly destroy him in the comments and drop a like on the video. I'll quickly just point out a few things that I was really impressed with today, or rather yesterday. I was really impressed, obviously, with Sarri's system first and foremost, playing Hazard as a number 9, as a out-and-out number 9. I was really impressed with his hold-up play, and obviously that clutch moment for the first goal. And again, just to keep it brief, I will touch on David Luiz, who again, HH, you don't give a lot of credit to, but you have to give him his credit. Before that, yet another big game, came up with another big clutch moment, and defensively he was unflappable. So again, amazing performance. Great from Sarri. And again, just give him time, believe in the process, and yeah, we will win a league within 2-3 years, 100%.
Damn, okay, I will hold you to that. Daniel, quick thoughts on the Chelsea City game. Make it brief.
I told you, man. I've been saying this for weeks that if you want to beat Manchester City, go after them, make them worry about you. Don't worry about them. Attack them. Press them. They're not that good. Leon's midfield cost £7 million, and they pressed the hell out of them. They bossed them from home and away. That's what you need to do against Manchester City. Press them and attack them, and they'll capitulate. That's
okay. All right. Yeah, give us a brief summary of the game then, in your thoughts.
Okay, a brief summary. Okay, I didn't really watch the 90 minutes. But Sarri's tactics really spot on, by playing Hazard in the false 9 formation. Pep, on the other hand, should have played Gabriel Jesus. Even though City dominated in the first half, they never really had it throughout the whole game. And once Chelsea scored, they were just second half. The tactics that are being implemented by Sarri now, they're sort of going into the next ball. And I thought the likes of Luqueta, Rudiger, Kante, they all had really beef for this game. That's all.
Okay. So basically, moving on, man, I want to now talk specifically about Pep now. Because I saw something towards the end of the game. Because again, I'll be real with you. I really believed that City would go unbeaten. I didn't see any weaknesses within this team, and especially going off of Chelsea losing to Wolves, and questions been asked of this team tactically, structure-wise. I just thought that, City would come in there and get the win. Not even the draw, they'd come in there and get the 2-1 win. But after the game, I saw a video online of where Pep goes to shake one of the Chelsea's assistants' hands, and he sort of like quickly moves his hand away, like as if he didn't really want to shake. And my thing about this is Pep a sore loser?
Yes,
100%.
Because my thing is that, again, I'm coming at this very objective. This is a guy who all he knows is win. In almost everywhere that he's been, he has been successful, and he's always won a trophy. And he's always had like an amazing team. And I really believe that he thought that this team could go unbeaten. Because remember, there's a lot of psychology involved. And I think that him coming out and saying that, hey, our team can't win the Champions League this season, we're not going to be so good. He is trying to just psychologically play games, because I really think he really does believe that they can win the Champions League. Forget what he says in the public. He believes that they can win the Champions League. And because he knows that's what he's got here for. And 1,000% they were going to try and be unbeaten this season. So how much do you think this loss will affect Man City going forward?
Double H, can I first say something about Pep being a sore loser?
Yeah.
I believe it's true, and I believe all those guys, like coaches, players involved in football, professional footballers, are sore losers. They want to win no matter what. But this one scene, you don't know what the Chelsea dudes told to Pep. And Pep was going there to shake hands, and the other dude probably said something, and Pep was annoyed. So I don't think this is like it's you can't talk think too much into it, in my opinion. And overall, I would say, like, of course, Pep wants to win every game, but like realistic enough to say, okay, we will lose some games over a season, within a season, and I doubt that it will be a huge impact. And if it's a huge impact, then it would mean that this team is rather weak. I think like all teams need to cope with loss.
So who here thinks that this loss will affect City, or it's going to be back to? So wait, where is that breathing coming from? Somebody's breathing into the mic. It sounds like Darth Vader. So yeah, I'm hearing a lot of breathing. It's quite weird. So who here thinks that loss by City is going to affect them in the league going forward?
I do, because teams will. Because if you saw that Chelsea first half, it's like Chelsea were conservative, like they were just letting City pass around
City
them.
had a lot of possession. Like, I don't know why Pep did not start Jesus. For me, okay. Can I just say something very quickly? The false nine. Let's talk about this whole thing about the false nine. In my view, only two teams can play the false nine: a Messi Barcelona and Spain. Those are the only two teams that should be allowed to play the false nine, and those are the only two teams who can beat you and outplay you with the false nine. If you're not either of those teams, you have no business playing the false nine tactic.
But what do have both teams in common?
What is it?
What have both teams in common? Spain and Messi, Barcelona.
Midfield and most of the team.
Yeah, it's a midfield. Like if you have like a technically really strong midfield and defense also, then you can control games, and then you can.
No. Boy, basically, you need particular players, and I think that the particular players that Spain had, especially in that era, like Spain can't do it now, but in that 2010 to in that 2008 to 2012 area, Spain just had very particularly technically gifted players, specifically Xavi and Iniesta and Fabregas, who could play that false nine very well. In Spain, you've got flipping Messi. That's like okay. So we can just rest there. You've got Messi, so you're good. Man City, as good as they are, Mahrez, David Silva, Bernardo Silva, Sterling ain't pick Xavi, ain't pick Iniesta, ain't pick Fabregas. They ain't Lionel Messi. They ain't David Villa. So it's like, I don't know what he was saying, but look, let me let Jujuman finish. So Jujuman, so Man City.
Yeah, they were playing good, but they're terrible in the final third. And I mean, do you blame Pep for not starting Gabriel Jesus? He's had no goals since August. I mean,
No.
striker.
Okay. It's not about him scoring; it's about a presence.
True.
You don't need to have a striker that says, "Oh my gosh, you not scored goals." No, it's fine, because Gabriel Jesus is a presence where when he has the ball, he can lay the ball off, and it's basically keeps Luis and Rudiger. It keeps them occupied, which frees up Sterling. But when you now move Jesus out of there, that means Sterling, Silva have to now do a lot more work, and it's harder for them to be evasive. Because
also, I thought Pep substitutions were weird. I mean, what's this like recent trend that managers have of subbing off their most potent attacking players? Like,
oh, you mean
Pep
Sane?
Sane, yeah, Sane is. I mean, in my opinion, Sane is the best attacking player on that pitch. Not on the pitch.
I think he was better than Mahrez. They should have removed.
Okay, he's better than Mahrez for sure. And it's like you sub him off, and it gives Chelsea a massive lift because Azpilicueta, while he's a great defender, he doesn't have the legs. He doesn't have the legs to keep up with Sane. And once he goes off, he's like, finally, I have some breathing space. It gives the team a lift. If Sarri took off Hazard for, say, I don't know who was on the bench, Loftus-Cheek, it would have given City a lift. So
no. I mean,
I
basically,
don't understood his substitutions at all.
Like, my thing about it is that I don't know why people do not appreciate Sane. For me, Sane is one of. If I'm a defender, I am frightened of Sane. Mahrez doesn't frighten me at all.
Because
Like-
and Mahrez, I'm not sure how good he is because he plays on the right side, but he cannot cross with his right foot. So every time he cuts in, and it's too easy for defenders because 9 out of 10 times Mahrez cuts in and then crosses with his left, and it's too predictable. And
He's not very fast either.
yeah, and it's like, okay, so can he dribble? I mean, Mahrez dribbles once in a while. Like, what's his best asset? Because
Okay, wait, I want to move in. So I'll go to. I mean, so here, do you think City will be affected, or they won't be affected by this loss to Chelsea?
Nah, I don't think they'll be affected that much. To be fair, it's only one defeat, and they've got a quality in abundance to bounce back very easily. But this defeat is going to make sort of whether they are sort of as perfect, because he said in his post-match interview that City, he used the words incredible and demanding. An honest interview, I thought it was more of to give his players more of a lift. But overall, I don't think this defeat is going to affect them too much.
Okay.
Wait, can I come in on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think there has been a little bit defensive just because he doesn't want to jinx things, but I think it can have a big effect on City. The reason why I say this is because last season when they were rattled by Liverpool in the Champions League especially, they went on a little bit of a bad form after that, and I feel like this could do the same thing because they were tactically exposed, not in a way, but obviously they weren't very creative with their chances and they didn't create anything against us. And
the thing for me is it's too early for me to say. They have to lose again
Let's be real
say
here.
that they are in trouble.
This is without Aguero and De Bruyne.
But exactly,
When
that's the point I'm
De
trying to
Bruyne
make.
comes, I told you, like, which is why I said it's very scary. Without their best player, who is De Bruyne, they were winning all of these games. When De Bruyne comes back and Aguero comes back, nobody's touching this team. Like the only team that can touch this team is Liverpool, and that's.
I mean, let's be honest. That's only applicable to the Premier League. Like in Europe, that team is not doing shit.
Who's saying
I agree with
that
you.
Aguero? Who's saying that De Bruyne will be the same after all those injuries? He might need time to adjust. I mean, he's been very.
Line to me, you're right, but I'm willing to bet with you. After 1 or 2 games back, I think De Bruyne will be back to normal. That's just my bet.
He's still their best
AJ,
player.
how good is Man City really? Let's look at Man City's track record so far. They've been the lower sides of the Premier League. They came up against Liverpool, big challenge. Liverpool dropped points off them. They went up against Arsenal at the beginning of the season. Arsenal played well, and that was their first league game under new manager with new players, and Arsenal gave them a good game. I feel like Arsenal might drop points on them on the return leg. Liverpool can still drop points on them. Chelsea has already proved that they're able.
Yeah, but
I think we're doing a bit
I don't
of.
think we can. Yeah,
I think
I don't think we can say City are overrated though. They're definitely not overrated.
Not overrated.
No, but look, I get what Rahimski is saying because you have to, based on who have they really faced and the opposition and so forth. But I still feel that, like, this was a really. I mean, he got exposed. I mean, Sarri fully snatched that chain 100%. And I think that. But my thing is this: I just want to be very clear here. I want to be very, very clear here. Pep, you are judged by that Champions League. You cannot spend this amount of money and not win the Champions League with this team. And I will repeat myself: if Pep doesn't win the Champions League with Man City, he has failed. I don't care how many leagues has. And also, can we also add something as well? Insult Wenger all you want. Insult him all you want. Please do. Invincible. It is not easy to go through an entire season unbeaten.
Well, we're still unbeaten, so I can still talk.
Okay, Double H. I got a problem with that, though. I got a problem.
Okay, what? Line to my what?
Yeah, I got a problem with that. So, yeah, they went unbeaten, but let's say, so what if a team goes through a season unbeaten, gets 38 draws, and gets relegated? What if in the net? Look, that Arsenal team finished on like 83 points. The season after, Chelsea finished on 95.
But my thing, okay,
they would have finished second.
But my thing about this is that okay, 100%. Like, if a team goes unbeaten and gets relegated, okay, like, look, they're a bunch of losers. But my thing is that it's a stat. 100%. Like Man City's record last season, that's a stat. When Mourinho did all he did with that Chelsea team, that's a stat. So there are different records, but still, they drew however many games. They were not very good in the last half of the season. At the end of the day, they were unbeaten and they won the title. So if they were unbeaten, they didn't win the title. Who gives a damn? They were unbeaten. Because remember, there was that time when I think Liverpool. Liverpool they only lost once. And they came second or third.
It's wait. It's overrated that
guys,
season
guys,
because
I want to say something.
Juventus
I have
went
two-
undefeated in 2014. So that this Invincible
But
is
that's in a
overrated.
far less
I
competitive league.
have-
No, who says so? It was 2004.
Juju.
You were only
No,
two.
basically, look,
Juju,
all I'm
but in
saying is
Premier
that-
League,
Oh, nice.
and there
Look,
was
all I'm saying is that I personally am just happy that because okay, look, this is just my thing about Pep. And this is my issue. So let me just talk about Pep. And you guys can have a thought about it. I respect Pep. 100%. I respect him and I respect all the stuff that he has done and he has achieved and everything. But when I watched that documentary, and this is my issue with Pep, I really believe that he's very arrogant. And maybe his arrogance is justified because of how much he's won. Again, I'll say you had the greatest club player of all time in Barcelona. You took over a treble-winning team in Bayern Munich, and you have a very expensively assembled team in Man City. But still, credit wherever credit is due. You still need to go out and do those things. But when I saw that documentary, I do think that there is an incredible amount of arrogance that he has. Of like, wait a minute, look, man, I'm on this high horse. I'm this great manager. When he said, okay, I destroyed football, I mean, what does that mean? You destroyed football. What the hell does that mean? So I do when people get humble because I despise arrogant people. That's one trait in people that just pisses me off. And the fact that he was humbled like this, because imagine if he finished the season unbeaten, guys. Imagine if he was unbeaten. You wouldn't be able to talk to him. So it's like that's why I just think
why don't you despise Mourinho? Why don't you despise Mourinho?
I don't think he cares that much. I don't think Pep cares.
Yeah. First of all, like that's a fact. He destroyed football, and secondly, he destroyed Premier League.
How did he
look
destroy
right now?
football?
Look. What do you mean by that? Look at the way they are winning it. Last season, everybody thought like they are going to go for
Real
invincible.
Madrid won three Champions Leagues in a row.
Look.
Did that. So how did he destroy football?
No, he destroyed the football because he dominated everything from Champions League. He destroyed Real Madrid at that time, 5-0. Like I'm a Madrid fan, I know that.
Was that the same Real Madrid that won 3 Champions Leagues in a row?
No, that wasn't the same. I mean, I agree, but what I'm trying to say is you cannot just despise by saying him like he's arrogant. The way what he achieved, I don't think so. Like like in modern era, any manager have achieved apart from Sir Alex Ferguson.
Okay,
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm really thankful for Liverpool and especially for Jurgen Klopp, because without him this season the Premier League would be a wrap again. And like we should all thank Liverpool.
Bro, who's that breathing, man? It's so annoying.
Yeah, it's not me though.
I think it might be Kadim. Okay, Karen.
Yeah, I'm just thankful for Jurgen Klopp this season because it would be such a boring league campaign again. It would be like League 1 or the Serie A again. So
no. It's not for me. Klopp is Liverpool are the only team that can confront them, but this is a very defensive Liverpool. But basically, before we move on to our next topic, which is Dembele, is everybody agreed that Salah is no longer a one-season wonder, or is it too early to say this?
He was never a one-season
He
wonder.
was never a
one-season
one-season
wonder.
wonder.
I was just asking a damn question. Man. Can you relax?
No,
So-
if you look back at his time in Roma, he had some fantastic seasons.
He was
for them
killing
also.
it in Roma. Like
And Fiorentina as well.
I'll give you something funny. Like in his season at Rome, he scored more and he assisted more than Dybala. So, like,
Okay. So all I'm saying, so no one here thinks he's a one-season wonder.
Only
Nope.
UHH.
Cool.
15 goals, man.
Hey, relax, man. I never brought my name into this whole thing, man. All right. I want to talk about Dembele. Okay, guys, I had a revelation, and I need you guys to discuss about this. So, when Mbappé did what he did at 19 years of age, first of all, let's even rewind all the way back. 18, or was it 17? I think it was 18. Mbappé in that Champions League. My God. I think the youngest player to score in consecutive knockouts Champions League games was like, whoa, who the hell is this dude? And then when he did what he did at 19, being the focal point of France's attack at 19 at World Cup, I said, no, this is that dude. So no, Mbappé is the young player, he's the prodigy, he's the king. But I've been watching some Barcelona games. And I've been watching Ousmane Dembele. Now, this is not an opinion, this is a fact. He is the best two-footed player in the world. Easily. He's arguably one of the best two-footed players I've ever seen in my life. As in, I've never seen a player who is equally as good on his right and left foot. It is freakish. So my thing is this: between Mbappe and Dembele, who do you think? Because it's either or. No. Okay, you can talk about Sane, maybe Sterling and everything, but out of Dembele and Mbappe, who is the most talented young player in the world? Let me start with here.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Mbappe still edges him in terms of like talent and productivity.
Why?
Explain. Yeah, because he's obviously played a pivotal part in France winning the World Cup, and the season before he joined PSG, he scored around 6 goals. I think in the Champions League, he scored in almost every knockout round. So I think as far as a forward is concerned, Mbappe is obviously more productive. As far as talent, I think they're both like almost evenly matched, but Dembele has certain traits. Obviously, you said that he's the best two-footed player in the world, and I probably wouldn't disagree with that. I think he is.
Okay. All right, Daniel.
Yeah.
Mbappe and Dembele, who's the most talented young player?
I think Dembele to me, because he can use his both footed. He's very good at both footed. So that's the reason why I think Dembele is better than Mbappe, in my opinion.
Okay. All right, forward.
So since the question is who's the most talented, I have to go with Dembele. Now, obviously, Mbappe's been more productive in his career, but I mean, if you're just asking me whose skill set I would rather have, just to take from the person, I would take Dembele's. I mean, he's the best two-foot player I've seen since Cazorla. I know all the Arsenal fans are getting excited, so there you go. Cazorla's an amazing two-footed player. And again, I think Dembele has amazing potential. And again, he's someone I wouldn't mind seeing at Chelsea one day. So yeah, for most talented player, it has to be Dembele.
All right, Jujuman.
Dembele, because
no. Don't you have you have like an agenda against Mbappe?
No. I'm telling you, I saw Mbappe. I'll tell you something about Mbappe. He's heavily reliant on his pace, and the other thing is, unless he works on his finishing, I'm telling you, there's nothing special about him. He has a good. I'm telling you, he has a good dedicate. He dedicates himself well to the sport, but as far as technical ability, he's average. His technical ability is average. Relies on his pace. Plays in an average league. And first of all, Neymar is giving him a career so far. I'm telling you, if I watched PSG an entire season, and I'm telling you, when Neymar doesn't play, Mbappe looks average. And I mean, you saw it against Liverpool, where he messed up and Bernat scored. Like that was he messed up, and then he messed up twice. Crucial.
Yeah, the third goal was his fault.
I'm telling you, I don't care what the news says or what everyone praising him. I swear, he's one ACL injury from playing for a horrible team.
Okay, good. That's
fine. Oh, Dembele. Okay.
Moving on.
Wait, Dembele.
Moving on. Kadim. Dembele or Mbappe? Dembele or Mbappe?
Like my previous, I would say that Dembele has more talent, but Mbappe is more effective as of now.
Okay.
And if Dembele is showing proper professional commitment to his job, then he will have a longer and better career than Mbappe, I think.
And Muntaha?
Yeah, for me, talent-wise, of course, Dembele is better than Mbappe. But if you'll see overall player, Mbappe is better. Mbappe has great goal-scoring instinct as well. You cannot deny that. And apart from that, he's more clutch. He's big game player, Mbappe, and he knows he can actually fit into any system. To be honest, like Dembele is good with his technical abilities, but he lacks discipline. Then motivation, and we all have witnessed great technical players throughout the football, but the only succeed is the hardworking and who has motivated. So I think so Mbappe overall is a better package than Dembele.
All right, Brahimski.
I would go. That's so tough, man. Gun to my head, I would say Dembele, but just by an inch. And what I mean is his technical ability is amazing. But for me, I don't think we've seen Dembele's ceiling. As in, we don't know exactly what he's still capable of. And what I mean by that is...
Okay, but do you think we've seen Mbappe's ceiling then?
I don't necessarily think we've seen Mbappe's ceiling, but I think Mbappe's ridden such a high like amount of praise through the World Cup, I don't know if he can carry on and break through that stigma that people have about him now. Whereas Dembele, it's like it's just a mentality issue. If he just fixes that a little bit, the guy can literally be on a Ballon d'Or podium very soon. Like he's a very gifted player, and I don't think we've even seen half of what he's capable of. So I'd have to give it to Dembele.
All right, Red.
No, it's not even close. Dembele, like I've seen this
So it's
player.
not close.
Oh no, I'll tell you why. Let me just tell you why. I really have good points about this. Dembele has clutched it for Barcelona so many times this year. It's going unnoticed because he's playing under Messi. No hate to Messi, but he gets a lot of the praise from the Barcelona fans. He's 1 point in clutch moments, even in the Super Cup. Who got the winning goal? Like Dembele clutches it, and Dembele doesn't rely on his physicality as much as Mbappé does. Like for example, in the World Cup final goal that Mbappé scored was from a masterclass pass from Pogba that gave him into space where he was able to outrun the Croatian defenders and score his goal. It wasn't like a genius like moment. Like it was just a run thanks to Pogba.
Exactly.
Whereas Dembele, he creates his own moments. Dembele, he's very creative on the field. Like he
dribbles fourth.
Dribble fourth, passing's excellent. He's fast. He doesn't really need to be fast because he can dribble past players with his talent, and his finishing is much better than Mbappe. Like Jujuman said, Mbappe without Neymar, like last season he only had 12 goals in League 1. Wasn't it 12? Like he didn't. After Neymar was injured, and Dembele pretty much disappeared. It was Di Maria that was carrying that team.
All right.
So, I'm sorry, Mbappe disappeared, not Dembele.
All right, Lansema.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with most of the people in here. I also think Dembele is a better player. I think he's more mature than Mbappe. Like Mbappe has a lot of mature moments, but I think of the game against Liverpool where he was good, but he had a 3-on-2, I think, against. No, yeah, it was Liverpool. A 3-on-2 against Liverpool, and he picked the wrong pass, stuff like that. I think if he cuts that out of his game, he can be close to Dembele. But also keep in mind, Dembele has done it in France, he's done it in Germany, and now he's doing it in Spain. Mbappe has only played in one league, so you can speculate.
He's 19. He's 19. Yeah.
No, and let's see what Mbappe does without pace. I just want to see him without pace.
No, but that's not fair.
Okay,
Like,
no.
So Lansema, who are you leaning towards, then Mbappe or Dembele?
I'm leaning towards Dembele, and I really, really hope that he's the guy that replaces Hazard once he eventually leaves Chelsea.
Yeah, no. Look, for me, I've got to agree with all of you. I mean, I think Mbappe is more effective, but what this Dembele boy is doing, man, and I think as Red said, man, the amount of clutch moments he's had for Barcelona that are going unnoticed is completely crazy. So, guys, let's now look forward to the Champions League. It's the final week of the Champions League. Most guys are through. But before we talk about the big, massive game, do Tottenham have any chance of going through?
Heck no. They're jobs. They're getting knocked out. Fuck them.
Now, okay. Let me make an argument. Barcelona are already through. Valverde may want to rest guys and rotate guys and keep guys fresh so they're focused on La Liga and so forth. So if they're not playing a full strength team and Tottenham are going to the new camp where they have to win, they need to win. And I don't trust Inter Milan. They could beat PSV, same time they could just very well drop points and just draw against them. So you don't think Tottenham can beat a Barcelona team who have already qualified?
So, HH, you're trying to tell me that a team that celebrates Harry Redknapp winning, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. They're doing an open bus top parade for that. You think they're going to go to the new camp and win? Are you being serious? No, they're not going to win at the new camp. They're going to bottle it as usual. They're going to probably put a spirited 2-2 in or something, and then probably end up losing 4-2 or whatever. And they're going to get knocked out, and they're going to join us in the Europa League. So, I can't wait.
Well, are we even sure they need to win? Aren't they second right now?
They need to bet Inter Milan's result, but Inter Milan are going to beat PSV.
Well, I think
why are we so sure? Why are we so sure that Inter are going to beat PSV? Like that's not.
But basically, logic says that. I mean, basically, Inter beats PSV away. Exactly. Inter are now playing PSV at home, so again, it's most likely. No, but you're right. If Inter Milan lose, Tottenham can lose and still go through. Yeah.
Yeah, the PSV have players like Lozano. They're a good team. They're
No,
not
they're
bad team at all.
Inter
Inter Milan got a draw against Barca at home. Why would they lose to? Why would they lose to PSV?
Did you see how lucky they were? They should have lost that game like 6-1, and they equalized in the last minute. They're like that game. They got away with murder in that
But
game.
it's a San Siro.
But you're looking at it from the Inter Milan point of view. How about from the PSV point of view? They're notoriously bad for traveling away in Europe, so I doubt they're going to go to the San Siro in a game that's pointless for them and actually put.
Look, man, all I'm saying is that crazier things have happened. So let's get down to business, guys. My pre-match announcement, it will drop Monday evening, but as a little precursor, a little taste, just to give the fans out there a bit of a test. Let's us talk about the big one, guys. I won't give my prediction. That's for you. My prediction will wait until Monday evening. This is huge.
That's fair enough.
This is a massive game. I'm bringing out the suits for this. I'm bringing out
the meal. For this. The meal.
I'm bringing. No. So meal is for post-match. Pre-match, I'm bringing out the red suits, black shirts, shades. We're probably going to do this in the Grand Canyon. So I'm telling you right now, I can't call this.
What?
Because everything is set up for this to be a brilliant game, because there are arguments on both sides. Because Liverpool are at home. They're great at home. Salah is scoring a hat-trick. So they're very much ready. This is a really good Napoli side.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Ancelotti knows that there are ways in which he can really hurt Liverpool. And also, this is a different Liverpool. Yes, they are strong at Anfield, but this isn't the Buvac, Geigen pressing, full-on attacking Liverpool. So it's a very different Liverpool. So I just feel that with Insigne, Mertens, and so forth, and what they can do on the counter-attack and what they can do with the space is going to be very interesting to see how Liverpool can stop them. Gomez is a huge loss.
Huge loss.
That is a massive, massive loss. Because either Matip or Lovren, I think, is going to be a defender who Ancelotti will identify and say, look, let's go for that weak spot right there. But this, for me, if you're Liverpool and you're given a chance of like Anfield, 1-0, you can go through. 2 clear goals, whatever happens, you go through in your own home ground. That is a great situation. I'm going to start with Dada here. And I need an honest appraisal of what I think is going to happen in this game.
All right. So, as you might remember, in the previous hangout, I said Napoli will go through, but I have changed my mind now. I think we will go through, but much on it will depend on the lineup and who we play.
Okay. Give me your lineup.
Okay, lineup would be 4-3-3. Alisson in goal. Trent, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson.
Not
midfield.
Lovren.
No, not Lovren. No.
Okay.
Midfield 3 would be Wijnaldum, Milner, and Keita. No Fabinho, because I think Fabinho his tempo might be too slow for this game. It might be too slow, and the front 3 picks itself really.
Okay. So okay. So and what's the scoreline you're going for?
I'm gonna say 3-1 Liverpool.
3. I don't know. I was thinking of that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm really
Daniel.
confident though.
All right. Okay, Daniel. Thoughts on the game?
I'm not worried about the game for some reason.
What? Look, but I didn't have confidence to do this. Okay, look.
I'm not either, to be honest.
Worried? Why not?
The way Ancelotti has been running his mouth is just kind of. I just feel it's gonna come back to haunt me. The way he's been underestimating us, saying that how we're not difficult, how Atlanta is more difficult than us, and he's saying that how he's gonna attack us, and I'm like, yes, he's gonna come and attack us, and I'm like, to your peril, that's what's gonna happen. And
so,
I'm just like,
scoreline
3-1.
Okay. All right. Forward.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you're my boy, but like, your neck is on the line on Tuesday, man. I'm sorry, it's peak for you, man. If you might lose, because let's be real. I mean, don't get me wrong. I actually like the Liverpool have a lot of confidence going into this, but they also have a really superiority complex because they think they're sort of like European royalty, and fair enough, they have the 5 Champions League.
Especially at home, you have to remember.
Yeah, I'm never going. Anfield is a fortress. That is very true. But at the same time, you're going up against Don Carlo Ancelotti, who last time we went to Anfield won comfortably 3-0 with Real Madrid. So
Yeah, that's
again,
a different team altogether.
I understand that, but again, you are
Yeah.
going up against one of the best Champions League managers of all time in Carlo Ancelotti with a very good Napoli team. Again, it's very underrated. Some of the teams in Serie A, and I think Napoli is one of those very underrated teams.
Very
They've got amazing players, a very impressive midfield. I want to say shout out to Fabiano. He's come from Spain. He's been very impressive this season. And again, to my prediction, I think Liverpool actually started off really well with obviously the Anfield crowd behind them. They got 2-0 up, but I think it's going to be a case of them just cracking under the pressure. Napoli and obviously Carlo with his superior game management tactics compared to Klopp, getting the result. I think it's going to end up being 3-2 Liverpool, with Liverpool going out and joining us in the Europa League. Salah versus Hazard. Let's go.
Wait. Before I go to Juju, man. Who scores the last goal? Is it a case of it's 3-1, then it's 3-2? Or is it a case of it's like 2-2, then they make it 3-2? So who scores the last goal?
It's 3-1. A corner comes in and Koulibaly rises above Van Dijk.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. Okay, Juju man.
Hell to the no. To the no.
Thanks for the vocals, man. Juju man. Okay, look, he's not there, man. Kadeem, thoughts? City against them thingy.
Kadeem sleeping. He's snoring.
All right.
Really went
Yo, please kick him out, man. It's so annoying.
Okay, Muntaha.
Liverpool is going to win 3-1, and formation would be 4-2-3-1 for Liverpool. So I think so. Like last minute, I guess Firmino will score. Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying 3-1 Liverpool?
Yes.
What? Wait, everyone is going. Why is no one going for like a 1-0 2-1? Okay, interesting. All right, Rahimski.
I think Napoli is gonna win, and the reason I'm saying that is because, I mean, no bias aside, I think Napoli honestly play the best football in Europe right now, and the way they move the ball, like, so whenever I watch Napoli, I notice Koulibaly can break up defenses with one pass by himself, and Liverpool's midfield is not fantastic, so I just think that'll be the cutting edge.
I think we got Naby Keita back now.
Okay, so
I was gonna say
Rahimski, scoreline.
Scoreline, I'm gonna go with 2-1 Napoli.
Aye. Red. All right, he's not there. Red. Okay, go for it. Red.
Yeah, it's going to be 2-1 Napoli, and both Napoli and Liverpool will go through because PSG is going to bottle it in Belgrade.
Are you wait?
I saw the future.
No. That's actually not possible. That's not possible.
Wait, why not?
That's not possible. We have to win to go through.
Yeah. Oh shoot! Yeah, 2-1 Liverpool. They'll go through. PSG is going to go. That's it.
Oh my god! Wow. No. Look. If PSG end up in the Europa League, man, I'm quitting the football hotspot 100%.
They're fine.
I don't want that else about. Lantema.
What's up?
Thoughts?
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I wonder. I think Carlo's gonna do an Italian job on Liverpool, and it's gonna be a 0-0. But then again, I wonder, how is he gonna approach the game? Is he gonna park the bus, set up super defensively for a 0-0? Is he gonna go for it? And also, if Napoli score the first goal, keep in mind, if Napoli score one goal, Liverpool have to score 3 against Koulibaly and co. So that must weigh on Liverpool's players.
Guys, remember Ghulam is back. He played against the full game against Frosinone. He assisted 2 goals. Ghulam.
Yeah, he's a very good left back.
Who the hell is
Nah, he's a good left back.
What? Who the hell is
Algerian international?
Relax, man. Okay, wait. So Lance, give me a scoreline, man.
0-0. Liverpool.
You can't have 0-0 at Anfield, man. Give me a break, man. Come on, bro.
No way.
Yeah. It's a 0-0. It's an entertaining 0-0 draw.
I think he wants to jinx it.
All right. Okay. Hazem, Napoli, Liverpool scoreline. I think the game will go.
What's up? Look, I'm not gonna go defensive first of all. They haven't gone a single time defensive this season. They're just gonna go attacking, maybe a bit more balanced, but they're still gonna go attacking. Obviously, the 4-4-2 allows them to do that. Quick transition on the field. I think I'm gonna go straight to the scoreline. I think it's gonna be 2-1 Liverpool, and Napoli's gonna go through.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, no, for me, I think that.
Wait, Dembele, just skip me.
Of course, I skipped you. I probably went to you.
He's addressing my point.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay, so Liverpool. So how do you think the game is going to go?
I think if Liverpool will win 3-1 or 2-1, but the problem is I'm not confident. As Red said, I agree with Red. PSG, I'm not confident they'll take care of business. So, like everyone's skipping like PSG obvious win, but I'm not so sure they might win. They'll win.
Eastern Europe is tough. Europe is tough.
Yeah, because everyone dropped points. Red Star.
Everyone has dropped points in Belgium. And look, that's why it's tough.
Yeah,
Wait, let me ask. So if PSG draw, can they still go out if they draw?
Yeah,
by a difference, goal difference. But the goal difference is 5. Like 4, but the goal difference is 4 between Liverpool and PSG right now. Like, so supposedly, if like Liverpool win against Napoli as well, and if PSG got a draw as well, like PSG is going to qualify.
How about if PSG lose and?
Then then it will make that. Yeah, we can make it.
They won't lose. They won't lose.
They can't because everyone. I mean, everyone. Liverpool lost. Napoli dropped points. It's no easy.
In all honesty,
what is your scoreline? What is your scoreline?
Oh, my scoreline. 3-1 Liverpool or 2-1 Liverpool. Somehow Liverpool will go.
Wow.
Somehow Liverpool will go through.
But
wait, which one?
2-1 it means that they go out. That could mean
If it's 2-1, PSG will somehow mess up. But if it's 3-1, Liverpool go through. I don't because let me tell you. Let me tell you.
One prediction, man.
No, let me tell you. Liverpool are not going to let Koulibaly have as much touches on the ball. He's not going to have so many touches on the ball. They're going to press Koulibaly, and somehow Napoli will make one mistake and
no. If anything,
they'll make one mistake, guaranteed.
I don't know about that, Chief.
If anything, they'll press Albiol, who's just back from injury.
Yeah, man of the match prediction is Naby Keita. He'll be the best player on the pitch.
Salah will score, and it's 3-1 win. That's my prediction.
That's no. Basically, my thing is that I think basically my thing is that if Liverpool starts off well and they score an early goal, I think that is what could really set the tempo. And I think if Liverpool play really fast and overwhelm Napoli, I'm not sure whether Napoli will be able to cope. So I just think if it's an early goal, and Liverpool really just get them and Salah gets into good spaces, I think Napoli are going to struggle. I think what will help it is if 10 minutes ago it's 0-0 and Napoli can slow the game down, and they can then come out and attack Liverpool and also get themselves in good pockets. That is what I think is going to be key. So I think Napoli has possession of the ball.
Let's be serious, guys. I mean, does anyone see Liverpool in Europa? That's impossible. It's not going to happen. It's impossible. Like Liverpool in Europa is never going to happen. It's guaranteed. It's never going to happen.
Europa 2 years ago, man.
But this team is not going to the Europa League.
Why?
Come on, man.
It's facts. It's not going. Let's be serious. Let's be serious.
I said this from the start.
No. Either Napoli or PSG are out. I don't see a world where Liverpool.
No. I'm not. No, guys, let's be real.
In the group stage,
I'm not going to roll up in the Europa League. That's just
exactly.
Yeah, PSG are fine.
Okay,
it can happen.
It can't because
PSG are fine. PSG are through.
They're not through because everyone just assume.
Guys, I don't care. I am not entertaining this conversation.
PSG are through.
PSG are not. Thank you.
No, because
Europa League.
Look. Yes.
No. Okay, but let's just get back to the game right now. For me, basically, I think that this could really be a classic. I think that this could really be a classic because it's all set off to be a classic because Napoli know that they can beat Liverpool. This is a different game. It's a different game from Naples because again, Naples is tough. Liverpool have been very bad away from home, but I just think that based on how strong Liverpool are at Anfield, I think just even hearing from what Dahir said, the lineup is going to be very key. See, as much as I like Naby Keita, I would start with Shaqiri.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I would start with Shaqiri.
Can I say something for Napoli?
Yeah.
Yeah, for this controversial, but for me, I would start Milik ahead of Mertens because look, Napoli are going to be playing a more balanced game. Naturally, they can't go as attacking as usual. They're away from home at Anfield, so they're going to play a more balanced game. Therefore, they're going to have to crosses into the box.
Oh, no. But wait. I'll get to Napoli. I just want to deal with Liverpool first.
Okay.
I think with regards to Liverpool, first of all, I'll look at Napoli. I just think that I would start Shaqiri in this game. because I just think that Liverpool need I think Naby Keita is still finding his way into this team. Shaqiri fits very well into this team. Like, he fits everything like a glove. And you need your strongest lineup to go with. And then if that doesn't work, then you bring in a player to bring in something different. So Keita is a guy that can now bring in something different. But I'm not sure that you want to start with Keita. I think you
guys are forgetting that, like how Raul Albiol is, like, error prone. So you cannot say that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he just came back from injury.
See, it's true, but I still think we're right with Shaqiri. And I think with regards to Napoli, for me, I just think that Insigne and Mertens, that's going to be the issue for Liverpool to deal with.
Yeah,
because Van Dijk is tops, but I just think that what Napoli are going to try and do is get Mertens and Insigne in nice little pockets. So Milner is going to be very key because his defensive work and his legs is going to be very key. So look, guys, it's going to be a top game. And I have no idea what the score is going to be, but I'm going to reveal it on Monday. Guys, I will see you guys probably.
What about Liverpool against Man United?